Hello. Welcome back to Animal Audit Corner. And this time, yeah, you guessed it, I'm going to fix another mistake telling you the story about an environmental incident that Scientology had at Victoria Beach. I hope I said that right. Back in 2020. Scientology, of course, you know, as the money laundering, human trafficking cult, is now an environmental disaster for this planet as well as being known as the human trafficking cult, who is an animal killer as well. Not only they kill household pets, but they are known for being a danger to marine animals as well as household pets. Some people don't know who they are, but the people who have knowledge about them know how careless that organization is. You can officially now call Scientology an environmental disaster for damaging not only animals, but also our oceans and the marine animals that are in them. On February 2020, on February 22nd, 2020, Scientology in Ventura, California had an opening. They managed to close off another street, which they always do. David Miscavige would give a speech about their brand new building that they're going to open. After he was finished with the speech, he had his members as standby to release those balloons that he had sent into the air. They had a bunch of balloons that they had blew up, had on standby for the occasion. The whole day was broiled in controversy. Of course, it's Scientology, and that's what they do. They cause controversy. Now, each and every balloon that was blown up was it was a danger to the environment for several reasons. And it looks like they have been using them for years at those openings. The balloon carries a metallic coating that can cause a fire if it hits a power line. It would run on through the power lines. If the power line catches on fire, it can burn for hours and hours and hours. Not only can it cause a fire, it would also cause property damage. And it would cause home owner's money if the house goes up in flames. That can cause the homeowner to pay $30,740, but it would also depend on what kind of home that house would be. When Scientology's leader, David Miscavige, cut that ribbon, he had members released when he had the members on standby releasing those balloons when he was finished. When they killed, not only putting marine animals at risk, but they also put animals at risk that were also on land. They ultimately killed each and every animal in Ventura, California should have never have died. They would still be around if Scientology hasn't released those balloons, and they never should have been releasing those balloons for years either. Nevertheless, not only they kill household pets, but they are known for being a danger to marine animals as well as household pets. That all in all of the animals would have washed up on shore after they died. After Miscavige sent those balloons, I don't want to say that again. All of the marine animals would then, in a nutshell, at the same time, birds will also swallow the plastic as well. Then when they were flying, they would suddenly die and they fell from the air while they were flying. Then at the end, the organization did apologize when they were at city council meeting at California, because if the balloons get released into the air, those balloons would break and fall into not only the ocean, but the land. If it's the water like our oceans, the animals that live in those waters could suffocate if they swallowed them. One of those balloons and it would go directly into their stomachs and will die. If it's a land animal, the ground, whether it's on the lawn or on the street, an animal can choke on them and they will also die. Now, when Scientology applied for those permits, the city told them specifically not to release any of those balloons into the air, but they did it anyway. That organization didn't listen. They just did whatever they damn well pleased. They just don't care in general. They will look the other way and just break the rules. According to former members, Scientology think they get away with breaking the law, but at the same time, when they did it, there were no such laws. So technically, when they released those balloons, they weren't breaking the law, but it really didn't make it right. So they had to come up with something. And they did. They did pass a law that banned balloons from being released in public. The organization spokeswoman Karen Powell told CNN in a statement there were misunderstandings on both sides about city's written approval of special event permits that allowed the release of the biodegradable balloons at the church's grand opening. But were they biodegradable? That's the question. Now, Karen said they were going to use biodegradable balloons made of latex rubber from a rubber tree. They use styrofoam, which is not a biodegradable material. I rest my case. Scientology's representatives has always been in contact in Ventura. I hope I said it right. City Council for several days concerning the environmental circumstance by attending all the meetings that there were. Scientology also offered an apology for what had happened for that day. The mayor said the organization did apologize. They were at city council meeting at California. According to CNN, I don't want to read that again. Once all the incidents happened, various groups came out and started to speak out against that institute and said that they are not going to tolerate such attack on the environment. Then at the same time, birds also swallowed the plastic as well as the ocean animals, the marine animals that lived in those oceans. That all of them would wash up on shore after they died in result of Scientology's careless acts. Then at the end, the plastic went into their systems, causing them to die. After Miscavige sent all the balloons into the air, they started breaking at the end. And then you get the idea what happened next. Now, personally, I think they got their hand caught in the cookie jar and apologized. Now, I'm going to ask you guys out there, what do you think? Do you think Scientology did this, and soon as something serious happened and they got caught and apologized for it, do you think they got their hand caught in the cookie jar and they thought they had to apologize and can't come up with another lie about any incident that would happen? Let me know at the comments below. Thank you, and I'll see you shortly again.